Hello, everyone. Thank you for all your prayers. Everything is okay at the moment. The fires are still out there, but my internet's back up. The power's back up. Everything's running normal here. LA is still going through it, so we still need your prayers out here for them. Wifey has a couple of friends that's still on evacuation, so we're not out of the woods nearly yet. But thank you. Now about this football team. I do not like anything I'm feeling right now. That's my issue. I don't like this game coming up with the New York Football Giants. I feel like we're going to walk into something that we need to be prepared for, because that stadium is going to be rocking, and they're going to be 10 jerseys everywhere. And they're going to Eli. And Eli's preparing like I don't know what. Eli's focused to put on his best game of the season because he feels disrespected. And all of that emotional stuff that, you can overcome with some big plays. And, the light just went out. You can change those with big plays and whatever and flip it or whatnot. But there's another side to this thing with the Giants name other than his emotion for Eli is Steve Spagnuolo. Steve Spagnuolo knows Jason Garrett's run schemes. And I'm telling you, Jason Garrett, of all the things I can't stand about him, I'm going to rip on him in just a minute, but his run schemes are brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. So, and that goes back to Felix Jones, Marion Barber, DeMarco Murray. You can see the run schemes making the running backs better. You could see it. You could see the running backs doing well under Jason Garrett. You hadn't seen that with the passing game. Jason Garrett's passing schemes did not make Tony Romo better. You saw very little creativity in the offensive passing scheme. It was all in number 9 in our passing game. But Steve Spagnuolo, he knows how to stop those run schemes. He's done it repeatedly. So I'm worried about him beating us X and O's wise, because you and I, we don't have that much trust in the Jason Garrett right now. That's just the state of the Cowboys. We don't trust him like, he's going to go out in there and outcoach a guy that has outcoached us before. That knows us. And that's another thing that puts us back. When you know us, we get a little bit scared. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel good about this game on many levels. And Jason Garrett, I'm sorry. You have to win this football game. I don't get into player blame. A lot of people are blaming Dak, and to be honest, any of the, not the disappointment, a lot of the disappointment I had in Dak left when I was brought back to reality watching Carson Wentz versus the Legion of Whom. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple of good drives. He did some amazing plays here and there, but if he could not take that team that is a Super Bowl team and beat a Seattle team that is struggling to get into the playoffs, they're supposed to beat that team. If you're going to be a quarterback that's going to take your MVP, going to take your team to the Super Bowl, then you should be able to do that. And I don't see that. And then also another thing that made me calm down a little bit about Dak, and shouldn't let you calm down, is I don't want to face him. Make sure Shinoda's not listening to me. I don't want to face them in Minnesota Vikings. They shut down Matt Ryan and Julio. So all you people like to, you got to have the perfect pass. You got to do that to beat these defenses. You had Matt Ryan. You got Julio Jones. They got shut down by Minnesota. So where does that leave us in the passing game? If we walk up into Minnesota, Dak, you got to make those passes to Dez. If it ain't happening for Matt Ryan, who's far past Dak as far as a passer, and Julio, who is far past Dez himself. If you shut them down, how are you going to expect Dak and Dez? How are you going to expect it? So that's the thing with our players. It's the expectations. Don't put that many expectations on this kid. And then I actually look back on what second-year quarterback could carry a team. I mean, was there ever? And of course, you think of Ben Roethlisberger, but they played Ben like Dak for his first 2 years and won. And we can play Dak like Dak right now and win. But they played Ben like Dak and won the Super Bowl. Then in Ben's third season, he threw 23 interceptions, learning how to pass. We could never accept that as a fan base. We would if our quarterback threw 23 interceptions. But he threw those 23, and on the other end of that 23 interception, he learned how to pass and became Ben Roethlisberger. I'm not saying Dak's going to be able to do that. I don't know if Dak has the tools to do that like Ben did. And I definitely don't think Dak has the coaching to get that done like Ben did. I'm just saying an example of what to expect from a second-year quarterback. And this guy was a fourth-round draft pick. And he was projected as a third to fourth-round draft pick. So he's going to need a lot of work in some area. You found out what it was. It was that. All right. That's pretty much it. We have to win this football game. And if we don't, again, I'm not into player blame. I'm not into any, if all things were clicking on our offense or on our team and one player was causing everything to mess up, then you can blame that player. But that is obviously not the situation here. We can't trust any aspect of our team other than the run. And that's it. So if Jason Garrett doesn't get us in the playoffs, if he doesn't win this football game, if he loses, I'm on the get the Garrett out of here train 100%, because I know and you know that the problem this season is not right now. The problem was how we came in this damn season. 2-3. We were unprepared. We couldn't run. We get embarrassed by the Denver Broncos. That's what put us behind. And if we took care of business like we should have taken care of business in a weaker part of our schedule there at the beginning of the season with Ezekiel Elliott, then right now we could withstand some of this and come back and possibly get in the playoffs with maybe 5 losses or 4. But no. We put ourselves in a bad predicament at the beginning of the season. And that you can blame. You can blame the organization for coming into the season unprepared. You can clearly blame the organization. And there's one person who don't take any blame around here whatsoever. I've never heard him take any blame whatsoever, but that's Jason Garrett, ladies and gentlemen. That's Jason Garrett. All right, guys, I'll be around this weekend trying to catch up. I'm making a video about my Madden season, this second season. I didn't make the playoffs. I ended up 9-7, but I had a phenomenal year. I broke all kind of personal records and all that kind of stuff. So I got a video coming showing you what I did my second Madden season. And I think we have like 4 spots open for this upcoming season. So they're in the playoffs. I think they're playing the Super Bowl tonight. But we have some spots. If you have experience in connected franchise, hit me up. I'll put the information on this on the Madden video that's coming up real soon. And I have to break this to you guys. I have some friends coming, some frat brothers from college. They're Eagle fans. And they're going to want to come in here in the man cave. And they're going to be staying with me because I have season tickets for the Rams. So I gave them my ticket so they can go to the Rams, and they're staying with me, but I got to keep them out of the man cave. So I'm going to do my best, not for them when I'm doing any kind of shows or video. They're going to try to slip in, but I'm going to make sure they don't. But can't sour this area with Philly stuff. All right, guys. Holla at you. See you sometime this weekend. I'll be around. Hopefully, if not the virus come back, man. This is crazy. Yeah. Holla.